What if I told you that some things we consider high quality actually aren't and won't last that long? Today, I will talk mainly about furniture and why is it worth spending 5 times more money on the real thing. In a perfect world, every piece of product would be made to the highest standard. The truth is, most of us choose things based on price. Sometimes we pick what is fastest or most convenient. But let's be honest, if you want the best, it usually costs more. Let's dive in. A lot of new furniture products are made from engineered materials that are marketed as good as the real thing. And over time, we can get so used to these substitutes that we start to consider them the standard. Nowhere is this shift more obvious than in furniture making. Cabinets used to be made from solid wood. Now, they're mostly made from MDF, chipboard and plywood. These materials are made from wood dust, chips, bound tightly with resin. They're cheaper than solid wood, they're made from wood scraps so they waste less. They're smooth and easy to paint or cover, they're dimensionally stable and easy to work with using machines. But the problem is, they don't last as long. They can get damaged by water, just like paper, and they often contain glue with chemicals that aren't great for your health and planet. So when you compare a real solid wood table to one made from engineered materials, the price difference can feel huge. It's like wanting a Porsche but expecting to pay Toyota prices. And let's stretch that analogy a little bit. Porsche isn't perfect for everything. It's expensive sports car, hard to maintain and not super practical, but on a good day it gives you amazing experience. And if you take good care of it, it might last for generations. Back to the furniture. Solid oak is typically 5 to 8 times more expensive than MDF covered in laminate. Real brass can cost up to 8 times more expensive than a gold-colored alternatives. And marble is often 8 to 10 times the price of laminate. Plus the cost of installation, which is tricky because marble is heavy and fragile. So the real question is, what are you getting for that extra cost? Now let's talk about quality. Wood substitutes like MDF deteriorate with moisture, swell easy, and over time often fail at joints and fasteners. Oak, on the other hand, is strong. It ages beautifully. It's used in boats and old buildings for a reason. And if it gets scratched, you can sand it and make it look like new again. You can't do that with laminate. Of course, there is a reason for these modern materials. Why they exist. They save time, money, resources. After all, they're engineered to streamline the production. So if you're considering a wood-clad interior, veneer on MDF is a smart and practical choice. But the true cost of doing something the right way isn't just material, it's the labor. Think about the table I'm sitting at right now. The tree it came from had to grow for decades. Then it was cut into planks and dried, sometimes for years. When it's ready, the wood is heavy and hard to work with. You need machines to move it, special tools to shape it, and real skill to build with it. Every piece of wood is different. A craftsman has to learn the wood and work with its grain, knots and texture. That takes time and care. That's where the real value comes from. The same goes for leather. Ever wondered how luxury cars get those perfect leather seats? Cheaper brands hide flaws with thick paint. High-end makers inspect every piece of leather carefully, avoiding the weak spots, and treat it so it stays soft and strong. It's much harder process than just using a fabric. So where does marketing come in? Honestly, it's there to confuse you, to make average stuff seem amazing. Sure, not everything needs to be made from a premium materials. Sometimes engineered stuff is perfect, like simple cabinets or budget builds. Even car brands like Tesla now use synthetic seats instead of real leather to save money and promote eco-friendliness. But still, for certain items, it really is worth investing more. Here's a quick guide. Choose engineered materials if you're building low cost, high volume. You need it fast rather than durable. It won't be passed down or repaired. You're building indoors. Choose solid wood, real metal or marble. If you care about craftsmanship and quality, you want natural beauty and character, the item will be touched and used a lot and needs to last. And potentially you want to repair it and keep it for a long time. Don't fall for the best of both worlds hype. Every material has its pros and cons. And call me old-fashioned, but I love the real stuff. Materials proven over centuries with quirks, character and soul. I'd rather buy one vintage gem than something engineered for speed and consumption. For me, quality means connection. It means making fewer but better choices. It means living with things that grow more meaningful over time, not stuff that just looks good for a season or two. So next time you buy something, ask yourself, what do I really value? What am I paying extra for? And is it worth it? Because sometimes a few great pieces are all you need.